Hi, Jake here with Digital Dental Magazine, and I wanted to get on and do a brief tutorial or explanation on what Parallax web design is. My only interest here is to inform some of you dentists on what exactly Parallax is, what it looks like, and the benefits or the detriments to it, so you can be informed. You probably have people who are coming and trying to sell you these types of websites. If you don't yet, you probably will hear this term. And let's just talk about what it is. So Parallax is a new type of web design. It's just a new way of structuring a website, and it's probably about a year or two old, and you really aren't seeing a ton of it in the small business space, but you are seeing it in some of the more high-end, bigger, not even brands really, just bigger websites with a lot of traffic. It does look really nice. It's kind of flashy, but it is a trend. And as far as trend goes, I'm always a little bit hesitant to jump on the trend first, but if it proves itself, then maybe it's worthwhile. So let's just talk about, you can see here the Parallax web design search interest over time, and it's got the hockey curve. So people are talking about it. It is kind of a new thing. So parallax basically is the idea that the background, there's a background and a foreground of a website, and the background scrolls, when you're scrolling down the site, it scrolls slower or doesn't scroll at all. And it creates kind of a neat little, very design heavy effect. WordPress, now WordPress is the backbones of a website. It's a content management system, meaning it's a framework that you can choose to have your website built on. I'm a huge fan of WordPress, I highly recommend it. Now WordPress offers themes, and that is basically a template. And WordPress does have multiple dozens and dozens of parallax themes that are available. What that means for you is just be careful if you have a web designer coming in and telling you need to buy purchase a parallax scrolling site. Well, that may just be a theme. It may be a theme they purchase and it looks really good, but it's been very cheap and they may charge you way too much for that. Who knows? If it's the idea is you need it to be custom. So here's a bunch of themes, and this is just one theme gallery, and you can see, you can just scroll through, there's multiple themes of this parallax. Let's look at exactly what a parallax site looks like, and here's an example. So you see the top image here, that's one big image. I did not pick this site on purpose, this just happens to be the picture. Let's look here. Now here's where you can see the parallax effect. You see the background there? So that's scrolling slower than the rest of the site, and it creates an interesting effect there. And a parallax site is basically one long scrolling page. Now this is the people who back and who advocate parallax sites, they believe that it's a good user experience because users are used to, because of the iPhone and because of touch screens, they're used to scrolling. I do somewhat agree with that. Now you see here, this is a map at the bottom of this particular theme, and that's nice. That's really nice. Here's a box where you can do a contact us. So that does look nice, right? You can imagine this on a dental site, what this could potentially look like. Now the only downfall, or one of them, is that it may hurt SEO potentially, meaning you have all of your content on one page and you don't split your content up between pages, and Google has a hard time reading different pages when they're on one page. Now, that if your SEO person or your web design company is good, they should be able to create it in a way that mitigates any of that. So it wouldn't be a problem, but it potentially can. So you just need to make sure you're working with somebody who knows what they're doing. Here's another example. Now this is one where the background image doesn't move. You see this, here's the front banner, changes, and then when you scroll down, you still see that banner in the background. So it does create a nice little effect, and you can see how you structure the content in a vertical way rather than different pages. You can have your pages up here, drop down still, but you can get a lot more messaging into the home page with this form, and it's very easy to make a very attractive, impressive site. You get nice big images. So you can imagine what that could look like on a dental site. I have found very few dental sites that are doing this. I actually might build one just to use an example. I did find one, and I'd be curious if anyone finds more, but this is a dentist in New Jersey, and there's some press releases their marketing company did about their Parallax site. But you can see here, all it is here is look at the background image. When you scroll up, it just moves slower than the foreground, and it just creates that effect. And that is it. That is it for this page. So as far as the opportunities to use this effect, it probably could be used a little bit more. I mean, you don't have anything here. It almost just looks like a regular site. But this is a Parallax site. It does have that effect. So that's kind of 101 parallax scrolling sites. I would love to see more dental sites as examples of this and see how people are using them. If you have those, maybe put those in the comments or get a hold of us at Digital Dental Magazine. But just a quick tutorial and explanation on what exactly a parallax scrolling site is. This is Jake with Digital Dental Magazine. Thank you.